How would you like to travel to New York City every week to learn how to make people smile? How would you like to see comedy videos that will make you laugh until you cry violently? Today's guest will talk about these and other unique experiences which he encountered while taking comedy classes at a school in New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. The Humanities Mass Communication Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now, join our host, Minnie Godfrey, to meet the next new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are sketching, directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting. You're going too fast. They guess. Bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 3 different productions. This program will give them the chance to talk about themselves and the productions they are planning and give you the chance to get to know and watch their progress over the course of the semester. Our guest today is an NCC student in the film and TV production course and has taken classes at the Comedy School in New York. He is also interested in the production of sketch comedy videos. We would like you to meet today's guest, Jameson Doris.
Hey, how are you?
All right, how you doing?
Hi. Good.
So, we hear that you're getting involved in sketch comedy videos. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, well, it all began back in New York City where I started taking classes earlier this year in May. It's at this place called the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. I take classes, they're improv classes, and they help a lot with like acting and comedy, and the kind of comedy I'm learning is called improv. There you go. Actually, earlier this semester, I started doing sketch comedy videos with a classmate of mine, Ruben Aguilera, who's the announcer on this certain program here. The comedy that I learned in the school helped me a lot with sketch comedy videos. He wrote and directed it, and another one of our friends was an actor in it. It's called professional flanking, and we take the idea of lying flat on random objects and say that it happened to people and get really serious about it as a sport, so serious that they get coaches and train for it.
Well, that's very interesting. Could you tell us why you decided to take the TV production course?
Yes, well, I've always had a curiosity in TV production, especially the post-production side of it. So when I learned about they had classes here at NCC, I was like, oh my God, I got to take those classes. And so that's when I signed up. And I'm really interested in the next generation of video cameras and learning how to professionally edit my videos with Avid. Looking ahead in the future, I can see this as a possible career.
That's good. What are some of the most useful things you have learned in the course?
Well, we learn how to operate cameras along with basic elements such as composition, rule of thirds, sequencing, writing storyboards, and scripting. We also learn Avid production editing and electronic video effects, which were really fun to learn. We learned keying and wiping, such things. We learned live TV production, including technical directing and editing. Overall, we really gained a sense of importance of the team concept in TV production.
Very interesting. Please tell us about the Sequence Orange camera testing and fall foliage project you created.
Well, first I'll tell you about the sequence project I worked on. I created a storyboard. I sketched out camera placement diagrams. I made a shot sheet. And I used basic camera techniques, including close-ups, to really show what action was taking place. This was one of the first projects that we worked on right after we learned how to use the cameras. I dealt with talent and I took close-ups of objects, as well as close-ups of my actor. It was really fun because it was the first video we did that had a real story behind it, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Next was my Practice Orange project that I did. Here I learned how to use storyboards more efficiently. I learned how to key in titles. I used video techniques that I learned previously in my sequencing project. I was able to refine close-ups to convey action and emotion. And yeah, there he is right there. That's Ruben. He's the announcer today. He's also the director of our sketch videos that we're doing. Oh, here's where we learned how to use the cameras for the first time. Oh, there's camera test. Yep, there it is. Wow, it's very dark. We had a lot of fun doing it. I worked with Sean Bacuzzi on this one. This was the first time we took our cameras out of the classroom, actually, and we used them all around the campus. We were given a list of shots that we had to get, and we filmed them. But it was kind of difficult because it was our first real time using the cameras. We had a lot of fun. It was, oh, here we go. Here's my New England Fall Foliage project. Let me tell you about this one. For this one, we used the 6 guidelines for good composition, simplifying the scene, the rule of thirds, lines of grace and emotion, framing techniques, and we used the poor man's dissolve, shift focus, continuous zoom-ins, and I edited the shots, added titles, and music. A lot of fun. There it is right there. Look at that angle. You don't get that every day.
It's very interesting. So please tell us about your best project.
Oh, my best project was definitely the Fall Foliage project. Let's look at a clip of it right here. There it is. Yeah, for this one, I just worked a lot on the, oh, look at that, lines of emotion. There we have, it's sort of an S shape, and we got quite a landscape going there. Get rid of the titles. There it is. Look at that. You can really get a sense of it. There's a path, and I was inspired by the work I did on this video. There you can see me slowly tilting the camera. Gives you a great shot of the sun through the trees. I think that's extremely emotional. Oh, there, another little nature path down there. This is actually all shot at Cranberry Park here in Norwalk. Yeah, it's hard to tell because I went so deep into Cranberry Park where no one's shot before, so I'm original. And look at that stream. Look at that. Those are dramatic lines in the leaves. There we go.
You mentioned the variety of things you have learned in this course. What was the most interesting and important skill you learned, and how will you put it to use?
Well, I would love to take my comedy to the next level, doing stand-up, improv, performing such. I would love to get footage of that. It'd be a lot of fun, I think. Putting that online would be cool. I would like to take my editing skills to edit better sketch videos that I make. And most of all, I would love the chance to work in post-production editing, working on films, and incorporating music into the movies that I make.
Very interesting. Today we got to meet someone who shared with us his experience learning comedy in New York and being a part of a sketch comedy group. As a new TV director, he hopes to apply what he has learned at NCC to continue to create comedy videos. He also plans to use the new knowledge from Television One to edit funnier videos in the future. We would like to thank Jameson for joining us today.
No problem. I had fun. Thanks for having me.
We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you and good day.
Ready?
This has been The New Directors with your host, Minnie Godfrey, directed by Matthew French. I'm your announcer, Ruben Aguilera. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.